You finally work up the courage to have a conversation or even just an interaction in German, and suddenly you panic because you didn't understand a word or you didn't know what to say next. That awkward moment of silence, the nervous smile, the urge to switch back to English. Does that sound familiar? That's totally normal, and you're not alone with this feeling. In fact, this is a very natural part of learning a language. It gets messy, but more importantly, it's something you can prepare for. So in this video, I'll show you how to stay calm, keep the conversation going in German, and feel more confident, even if you don't understand everything, by using simple conversational repair phrases. These are short, simple expressions that help you ask someone to repeat or slow down, say you didn't understand, or even pause to gather your thoughts without feeling embarrassed. If you're new here, hallo und herzlich willkommen. I'm Salome, a native German teacher, polyglot, and the founder of the German Fluency Academy. I help total beginners go from zero to confident and conversational in German, focusing on real-world language that you can actually use in daily life. If that's your goal too, the best way to get started is with my free beginner workshop. You'll find the link to join in the description box below. Alright, let's look at how to handle those moments in German conversations. Most language learners worry about getting stuck mid-sentence or not understanding someone, and that fear can keep you from speaking altogether. So here is the good news. You don't need to speak perfectly, you just need to know how to recover when something doesn't go as planned. Native speakers do this all the time too. They forget words, rephrase things, or ask for clarification. So today I'll share the most useful, beginner-friendly phrases you can use to stay in the conversation, even when you're unsure. Let's start with what to say when someone says something you don't understand. I'll say the phrase twice and you repeat afterwards to practice your pronunciation. Bist du bereit? Los geht's. Wie bitte? Wie bitte? Did you say it out loud? Können Sie das bitte wiederholen? Können Sie das bitte wiederholen? This was the formal version when you're talking to someone formally, so a stranger, for example, someone in a shop, a bakery, cafe, a restaurant, things like that. If you're talking to a friend or a family member, you can use the informal you. So you would say, kannst du das bitte wiederholen? Kannst du das bitte wiederholen? If you want someone to slow down, you can say, langsamer bitte. Langsamer bitte. And if you didn't understand something, you can simply say, ich habe das nicht verstanden. Ich habe das nicht verstanden. Or you can also combine these two. Ich habe das nicht verstanden. Kannst du das bitte wiederholen? These short phrases give you a way to ask for help without shutting down the entire conversation in German. And they show the other person that you want to understand. Sometimes you know what you want to say, but you might be missing one word. Instead of freezing, try one of these. Wie sagt man auf Deutsch? Wie sagt man auf Deutsch? And if you want to describe the word you're missing with using other words, you can say, for example, es ist wie. Es ist wie. Zum Beispiel, es ist wie Papier, aber für die Nase. Ah, du meinst also ein Taschentuch. Or you can also use opposites. So for example, saying, das Gegenteil von. Das Gegenteil von. Das Gegenteil von süß. Ah, herzhaft. This shows your conversation partner that you're trying, and often they'll jump in to help. Next, we're going to take a look at when you need a moment to think. There's nothing wrong with needing a second to collect your thoughts. In fact, as I've mentioned earlier, native speakers do it all the time too. So here are a few ways to buy yourself time without feeling awkward. Einen Moment. Einen Moment. Lass mich kurz nachdenken. Lass mich kurz nachdenken. Gute Frage. Gute Frage. So these small phrases let the other person know you're still engaged, you're still in the conversation, you just haven't figured out how to express yourself yet, and you just need a little bit more time. And sometimes you really do need to switch to English, and that's totally okay, but try to leave the door open to switch back to German when the situation allows. So here's how to do that. Können wir kurz auf Englisch wechseln? Können wir kurz auf Englisch wechseln? This way you're not giving up, you just ask for support and leave the door open to switch back to German later. Mistakes don't end conversations, they build them. The fear of getting stuck often stops learners from speaking, but when you know a few repair phrases, you realize you don't have to get everything perfect to be understood. You just need to stay in the conversation. So the next time you forget a word or get lost in a sentence, don't freeze, use one of the phrases from today's video, take a breath and keep going. If you feel like you're not quite there yet and you need more help, the best place to build your confidence with more practical German is with my free workshop for beginners. You'll learn how to decode fast-spoken German, speak with clear pronunciation, use practical phrases for everyday interactions, and we'll take a look at some basic grammar structures as well. The link to join is in the description box below, and I would love to see you there. I hope you have found this video today helpful to know how to keep the conversation going, even if you're missing a word or you're not quite sure. I know this takes a lot of courage and it's a lot easier said than done, so kudos to you for even trying. Next week I'll be back with another lesson for you guys. Das ist alles für heute. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss!